All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Tuesday, November 12th, set today by Paul. He can work blue sometimes. Let's see what he has for us today. Holiday destination reserved but no time. I'm thinking it's going to be a holiday destination. We have to think of a word for reserved that has a T in it and then remove the T to get that. Oh, the holiday. Is it going to be a specific one? Popular holiday place or something like resort? No, let's try the Downs. Dry hill zone. Is it a triple definition or a charade? Um, oh, dry can be sec. Is that from wine? And then a hill can be a tor. I don't know the etymology of tor. Is it an old English word? But sector would be a zone. All right. So now our holiday destination reserved. No. Spa, maybe, or something. All right, how about part of central London toured by female engine driver question mark. Oh, I wonder if it's part of central London, and could that be EC for the postal code? Um, and then you put an F and some kind of engine around it to give driver question mark. Maybe it's some type of golf club. Or could it be a famous Formula One driver? No, I don't see that. Those exchanged for chips, one guided by gulls. Wow. I think we're supposed to think of fish and chips at the seaside. Um, those exchanged. Yeah, I'm thinking about like in a casino, you exchange money for chips, right? Or could it be computer chips? And then one swiped, maybe we remove an I from something. Oh, gulls, of course, as well as being the birds, can be to fool somebody, as in a confidence trick, I think. Anyway, oh, this one is a two-parter. Those sold by the one across, oh no, relished job on deck. Job on deck. So is it something like swabbers or floor floor polishers? No, come back to that one. Local distributor singing backwards, bewildering image. I wonder if it's like an optical, not illusion, bewildering image, or what's that French phrase, trompe d'oeil. Um, Local. I'm wondering if could distributor being telling us to um, anagram local and then a word for singing going backwards, and then that's going to be a bewildering image. Oh, is it one? I hope it's not one of those 3D picture things. What would you call those? Um, no, I don't see that. Could it be some kind of pick at the end, P-I-C. But then what would that be backwards? No. Oh dear, slam the 9 foolishly into those. So slamming or foolishly both might indicate an anagram. Into those, I think, is going to be the answer, or well, that's the definition. And I think it's going to revert back to the wordplay. No, here's another one across activity where a couple of fish sought, but something unpleasant netted. I'm wondering if netted is in the business sense and something unpleasant that is netted might be a loss of some kind. I'll do one more across and then I'll turn to the downs and see if I have more luck with them. Myopic, Lilliputian, watched. Well, I wanted to be short-sighted, but sighted is 7 letters, but Lilliputian, maybe it is short. Or small, maybe. Small-minded? Yes. Yeah, I think metaphorically, if you say someone is myopic, they maybe are being small-minded, not thinking ahead, or not seeing the big picture. And watched might be minded as in watched children. All right, let's try these downs. Fly, 1 trapped in a barrel, right wing in ale. Yeah, I'm not sure if the definition is fly, and if it is it an insect or the verb to fly? 1 trapped in a barrel, like put an I inside of keg. Or what's the other word we see for a barrel? A ton, I think, T-U-N. Right wing, is that the rightmost letter of wing in ale? Agle ending? Nope. Without offering protection, bank going after us, nice when bankrupt. No. Cashier sees 10pence stolen by slippery customer. I have no idea how to read that. Slimy little thing being prodded by a pet. I think slimy is probably the definition, and a word for a little thing is going to have inside it a pet. Slimy. No, what was the little thing? I mean, it's probably an ED. So I think the little thing would be an ED word. No. Draw or do very badly. Could it be an anagram of or do? Well, door. How would that be draw? Or rude. The American spelling of odor. No. Draw could be pull. Would that be... I think in golf, if you pull your shot, then you do badly, but I think they would have helped us surely by saying do very badly at golf or with shot or something like that. Wave, surfed finally with Charlie on the crest. Surfed finally, I think, is telling us to use a D, and Charlie can be a C. Is it going to be a wave or the verb wave? Or is it something you see on a crest, maybe what do you call in heraldry, the heraldic device? Oh, could it be heraldic? Yeah, I don't think so, but I'll keep it in the back of my mind. The one remaining in a street after having left country. I think it might be the one remaining. Um, but and then we're going to have AST maybe after having left country. Gone to something. Oh, the one remaining might be something like last man standing or last. Oh, I think it might be last to go. Yeah, so we have left, and then after left, we have a street, and then we have a country Togo. Fairly confident in that, but we shall see. Well, someone's dog is barking, oh no. Well, barking, meaning mad, could indicate an anagram. Yeah, definitely if I see a single O like that, oh no, I think that must be anagram fodder. Well, I says, well, the definition. Yeah, it might be a little introductory phrase. You might like even so, or obviously it's going to be longer than even, but someone or something, something on. And maybe it means well, as in healthy. No. Meat joint guzzled by pop. Nice one. Yeah, pop might be pa, and inside of that we might put something for, well, maybe it's just a joint of meat, but it might be meat and then joint, and it's going to mean nice one. Yeah, PLI. No, similar sounding. Donkey rides a tiny animal. Well, donkey is probably 9 times out of 10 ass. Similar sounding. I think it might be like assonant. Yes, I think it's ass on ant. I know the noun form assonance, or I think it's that internal rhyme or words that sound similar but not quite rhyming, isn't that it? So assonant, I think, would be right. We shall find out. Okay, I was going to do 17, but that's the slam the nine foolishly. No, let's go back to the crosses. US Island has got it in the essence of tour. Well, the essence of tour, I think, would be the middle letters of tour, which would be OU. And so US Island must be in Hawaii, Oahu. And I think is what you say when you have got it. All right. On pier, melt, getting tanned in US state capital. Oh, well, just because I'm familiar, I suppose, with the US state capitals, I think there is one, Mont. I'm not sure how the Montpellier, they probably should pronounce it, but I think it might be Montpelier, or let me pause and look up and see what state it is and how they pronounce it. All right, apparently Montpelier, and it is the state capital of Vermont. So getting tanned, I don't know if I've seen that anagram indicator before, but I suppose as in I'll tan your hide, getting beaten, and therefore the letters get moved around. All right, room after musical. for 70s rom-com. All right, this is one where just immediately popped in my head Annie for the musical, and then Annie Hall followed. Let's try two N's. So the hall is the room, and then I think Annie Hall. Maybe it is a rom-com, but a superior one as I remember it. I haven't seen it in years. I wonder if it still holds up. All right, this is the one about the those sold by the one across. So I think we need to get one across. Sunburnt shoulders, nursed by warty chap, a dish from Mexico. Well, I think maybe it is a dish from Mexico, but what's the question mark doing? We had tanned as an anagram indicator. I wonder if sunburnt. What's the shoulders doing? Nursed by warty chap is what's warty chap? A frog or no? It must be a person, a chap. But what Mexican dish begins with? Or could it be I don't know, an attractive woman, a famous? Yeah, I don't know how to read that. A dish from Mexico. Maybe they're just the Spanish for dish. Or maybe Mexico question mark because it's popular in many countries. Well, it's not tortilla. There's another Mexican dish that's in the back of my mind. All right, gentry, wrath in the gents say. Interesting one. Might be some bathroom humor from Paul. Gentry. Yeah, so maybe it's a word for gentry and we have to put something for wrath. Oh, which could be ire maybe inside a word for gents. Like Lou, WC, bog. What would gentry be? No. All right, let me finish the downs. Body part in story on dance initially forgotten. All right, so I think it's going to be a body part, and we're going to put a story, which could be a lie, on dance. Maybe a dance missing its initial letter, initially forgotten. I can't think of a body part beginning LIE. What else? I mean, maybe it's tail and it comes at the end. No. Not a phrase I expected to be reading today. Mole genitals disgust. All right, I think the disgust indicates a homophone. And so it's something that sounds like a word for genitals, and it's going to mean mole. Now, is that the animal or the scientific measurement? Or mole in Mexican cuisine? Genitals. No, not seeing it. Plant you recognized in France on border. Well, I'm thinking, so I think you, I'm not sure about recognized, but you in France would be two. in the familiar form, and then the border of a cup, for example, might be the lip, and that would give us a tulip. Ah, we had Lilliputian earlier, so is there a mini theme here? Brobdingnagian Kingdom, the bewitching peninsula finally found. So I'm wondering if I do need to be familiar with Gulliver's Travels and know the name of that kingdom. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe something we have. Oh, could the bewitching be an anagram of the? Not sure I would agree with bewitching as an anagram indicator, but we've seen worse. And then peninsula finally might simply be the final letter of peninsula, A. So that would be heta or tiha. Let me pause and look up Gulliver's Travels. Well, Brobdingnag is the name of the kingdom, and I don't see anything in Wikipedia about it being broken up into smaller kingdoms. So I'm going to have to leave that one. All right, yeah, nothing extra for that one. Oh, my gentry. Ah, yes. So I suppose that could be the peerage. And so maybe wrath in the gents would be to pee rage. So there we go. Paul living up to his reputation. All right now, so this is it's not on or whatever. Someone's dog is barking. Oh no. So maybe something B or something me. Well, yeah, what is that first word going to end in? ELY? Someone's dog is barking. Oh no. No, I don't see that. Ah, my body part now ends in an A. That should help. Story on dance. So a dance, samba, something iamba. Let me pause and just think about parts of the body. I got it actually by again thinking of story and lie just didn't seem to work. But then I thought of a fib and then immediately fibula. And then it took me a moment to realize the dance is the hula. So two Hawaii references. Anything on my mole genitals? Yeah, I'm still just. Oh, mole, of course, could be something on your skin. But I don't know what that might be. All right, we do now have a nice U there. Those sold by the... so maybe one across is a measurement sold by the yard as opposed by sold by the people who sell it. Relished job on deck. Could it be an SQ word? Job on deck. Oh, yeah, I don't get it. All right. Let me go back to the start. Holiday destination. Reserved but no time. No. Oh, my part of central London. Driver ends in L. Nothing on that, but I did look again at 14, one across activity, and just thinking about, um, I don't know, being beside the sea, I suppose. And so now when I look at holiday destination, I'm wondering if it could be seaside, and then the other thing that is sold by the seaside, it could be periwinkles or something, but how would holiday destination reserved but no time, um, seat side, reserved but no time. Yeah, I'm not very confident in that, but so now this might be some kind of, well, it's not going to be fishing or fly fishing because it has fish in the definition. Couple of fish sought. Oh, I wonder if one of the fish is ling, because that would give us a nice ing ending. Or could it be something like beach combing? No, that's the wrong length. What else would you do at the seaside? Paddling, building a sandcastle, sunbathing, maybe? Something unpleasant. Yeah, I think something unpleasant is going to go in between the two fish. I don't know. If well, let's look at the downs. If A is right, fly. One trapped in a barrel, right wing in ale. Oh, could it be aviate? There's an aviator, but one trapped in. Oh, yeah, we do have a vat. Yes. Um, and oh, the right wing in ale is actually, it's not the right letter of wing, it's the right letter of ale. All right, so I think aviate is right. And then if I is right, without offering protection, bank going after us, nice. Oh, could it be niece when bankrupt? Oh, I wonder if it's in somethingable, insoluble, or yeah, I do think it might be an ABLE ending, which means this one across. Oh yeah, the so now seaside activity. No. Um, Here now we have an I. Those exchanged for chips. One swiped by gulls. Wow. It must be plural, which would put an S there. Chips. One. Those exchanged for chips. I mean, it's such a similar word for chips. One swiped by gulls. Nope. All right. If this is optical something, it would put a C here. And so maybe bankrupt with, or without, maybe without offering protection. Bank going after us. Without offering protection. What is that? Yeah, and that would be an L. Cashier. Oh, slippery customer might be an eel, would it? Cashier sees tenpence stolen. Oh, well, the word expel came into my mind, but I couldn't see it really meaning anything in this clue. But I think if you're cashiered from the army, you are dismissed, expelled. And so I think if you have start with a word for cashier, expel, and then you remove X for 10 and P for pence, then you are left with your slippery eel. All right, so I am leaning towards this being optical, but and then how's local? So it must be local anagrammed, which means we need another L. And then, but the PTI, how does that fit into it? Singing backwards. No. All right, so now my job on deck. Those sold by the seaside. So there might be, what would be sold by the seaside? Rock? Yeah, periwinkles, ice creams, seashells, of course. Relished. Yeah, is there some significance to the word relished? No. Oh, we're getting some good letters in the. Yeah, so we don't have 9, but maybe it's not 9 across. Maybe it's the number 9. Oh, yeah, maybe it's an anagram of slam the 9. Oh, no, that's an odd number of letters. But I wonder if it's something machines, slot machines. I like that, but what's the wordplay? We do have slam the. Oh, yeah, and I think you have to have plural 9s because we only have one S. Yeah, I'm somewhat confident because it would be strange for something else to fit. I'm going to go ahead and check it. It is right. Here's our sunburnt shoulders. Tostada. I don't know if that's a made up. The problem is there are a lot of the fast food Mexican places make up dishes with Spanish names. But maybe tostada, but how would that? Oh, we do have a toad in that, I think. So inside of toad, The shoulders, of course, I should have remembered. We've seen this before, are the outer letters. So sunburnt, shoulders are the S and the T, and they are nursed by the warty toad. And then, so yeah, even though it says chap, just like we had customer earlier, slimy customer, a little misleading, but anyway. And then A is literally A. All right, so I'm thinking this is going to be Heta. Let me try it. No, let's reveal it. Mega. Ah, so I think mega just meaning very large would be applied to Brobdingnagian kingdom. Um, and I think Meg, isn't there a famous mystic Meg in Britain who claims to be a fortune teller? I think that might be, unless there's another Meg, and then I think the last letter of Peninsula. All right, disappointing not to get that one, but maybe understandable if it is this reference to Mystic Meg. Let's see. Here's our meat joint. Guzzled by Pop. Nice one. What's the nice one? That sounds more like maybe something you would say. Yeah, something like bravo or yeah, let me pause and think about it because I'm thinking now the definition might be meat. All right, I feel this is a very British one. I had to look up wordplays.com, but I think it's understandable. So the answer is chipolata, which I think is a type of sausage maybe in Britain, even though it's not an English word. I don't think we have those in the US. Um, and so the joint is a hip, and it's guzzled not by Father Pop, but by cola. And the nice one, I think, is also another Britishism where you're thanking someone, you say, oh, nice one, ta. I think ta can have a lot of meanings in Britain. Anyway, that's what that is. All right. Ooh, so now, yeah, of course, I'm not sure about that A. Couple of fish, sought. Is sought just a surface word or is it represented in the answer? But something unpleasant netted. No, I don't see that. All right, I think I'm going to use word plays for 3 down as well and see if that ABLE it was right. All right, I think the word is actually insecurely. So the C was right, but it wasn't an ABLE ending. Now, how is this working as far as the word play? So that's the definition without offering protection. The bank going after us. So I think bank is rely, that you can bank on something, you can rely, and that goes after. So bankrupt was an anagram indicator. Yeah, I don't know about that, but us nice is the first 6 letters. All right. So unfortunately, it doesn't really help me with 9 across. Those exchanged for chips. 1 swiped by gulls. No idea. I'm going to go back to word plays and see what possibilities there are here. Of course, it's coins. So I suppose, yeah, if you have chips in, well, I'm not exactly sure now that I think about it. Maybe you just hand over coins to get your chips, but it might also be in a casino. Well, I think you usually would get notes, banknotes, but anyway, um, gulls is fool somebody and it's cons, and then a one is put inside it. It is swiped by gulls. All right. So it is looking like optical is right. Um, just not sure. Let me pause and think about it. Well, the only thing I found that would fit would be optical art, like op art, um, popular in the 60s, right? Um, I do see we have backwards tra la. Is that the singing backwards? But then optic would be a local distributor. I don't see that, so we'll have to check 15 squared and see what those good people think. All right, we do have some good letter. Yeah, so an R I think is probably better. Couple of fish, ray, or what other fish could begin with R? And something at the seaside. Yeah, let me pause and run through what vowel might come in there. Well, I had to use word plays again. I did think this would be rock something, but rock pooling. I have vague memories of hearing that term when I was a child. I think it's just fishing in little bits of water that are left when the tide goes out. So I think, oh yeah, so there must be a rock. Oh, there is a rockfish, of course, and then there's a ling. I was right about that. And the something unpleasant is typical Paul poo. All right, that now does give us interesting P. I still think it could be slimy. Now, is that slimy literally or metaphorically? I still don't know what my little thing is, and that is going to be prodded by pet or a pet. So I would think the P might be part of the pet. Yeah, I don't see it. This was my well. Oh, goodness me comes to mind. Oh, yeah, and I think it's an anagram of someone's dog. So all of that is barking mad or anagrammed. But we have, I think, do we have too many O's? No, I don't think so. Goodness me. Um, we do have, sorry, we do have one too many O's. And so, oh no is telling us to remove one of the O's. Okay. So now, those sold by the seaside relished job on deck. What are sold by the seaside? And then it might be relished job on deck. Deck chair. And here's my mole genitals. Bruise. No. All right, I think I'm going to have to use word plays for 5 down. Yeah, very tricky one today. I think it's Another word I would never have thought of, but a gastropod, I think might be the scientific term for a mollusk. And I think a pet, of course, I'm only thinking of the animal, but I think in British slang, if you have a pet, you know, might have another word for it would be a strop, a fit of pique. And so a strop, goes inside God. So being is God. I think being is just such, I don't know, so vague. Being could be anything, doesn't have to be a divine being. Maybe I'm missing something on that, but yeah, I find that a little too tricksy. But anyway, so now sold by the seaside. All right, pausing again to think what vowel might go in there. Well, I'm thinking of postcards, um, sold by, but what kind of postcards? Smutty, that's too long. And then relished job on deck. I don't see how postcards would have anything to do with that. It would put a C here, draw or do very badly. So maybe it's a double definition. There's a word for draw, either in the meaning of sketch or to tie or to pull, and it means to do very badly. Oh, how about suck? Could that, you draw in liquid by sucking. Yeah, let me go ahead and check that. It is right. All right. So yeah, I'm really thinking postcards is right. What will that do for our wave? Surfed finally with Charlie on the crest. Oh, heraldic is looking possible. And yeah, I think on the crest question mark is just because it's, a little loose as the definition. Not that that has ever stopped any of these setters, but wave, surfed finally. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Let's go ahead and check it. It is right. So we'll have to check 15 squared. Ooh, well, 5 across now is looking like it should be very doable. All right, it's not F for female. Is it a girl's name? Is it a part of central London? Oh, Soho, maybe? Ah, yeah, and I'm thinking gal might be the female. And I think it's another obscure word, gasohol. And I'm thinking, is that a type of fuel, or maybe it's an archaic word for a type of fuel? But that would be what would drive an engine, would be the gasohol. Let's check that one. That is right too. All right, just whatever kind of postcards these are. Yeah, postcards must be right. And then the mole genitals. All right, I'm going to pause and get into Paul's mind, which is a little scary, and think of words for genitals. All right, I saw one word A synonym of mole pop up was groin with a Y. So actually, that's pretty tame for a Paul word for genitals. I think it's like a spar of land out into the sea, maybe to prevent coastal erosion or whatever. Can be called a mole. I don't know if I was familiar with that meaning of mole, and the same thing for a groin. All right, so then those sold. Yeah, maybe it's not postcards. Study. Yeah, it's a fibula, right? Yeah. Is groin right? Yes. And is my goodness me right? Yes. So, uh, what word am I not seeing here? Yeah, I'm really clutching at straws. I'm running through the alphabet. All right, I'm going to put in study. It's the only thing I can think of. Let us check this. No, let's reveal it. Saucy, of course. Ah, definitely should have thought of that. And relish now, of course, saucy. But job on deck, postcards. Yeah, I don't understand that at all, so we'll have to rely on 15 squared. All right, let's go ahead and check all. Everything else still there. Let's head on over. All right, the blog today is by Lunapic. Now, Lunapic says it's accessible and probably my quickest solve. That was not my experience. All right, never heard of those. Struggle to parse, yeah. And trademark pee and poo. All right. Yeah, sure enough. Engine driver is just this gasahol that no one has heard of. Seaside was set aside, reserved. Of course, not my seat side. I had the T in the wrong place. Optic. All right, a device in a bar for ensuring accurate measures. Oh, yeah, the little thing they turn upside down. So local, meaning your pub distributor, and the tra-la-la. Yeah, I swipe by cons was right. Slam the coins. Oh, as an anagram. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it was 9 across. Yeah, I completely missed that. Rock, Ling, and Pooh. Let's see. 26. Saucy is relish. Job is post, and if cards are a deck of cards, of course. All right. And then on the downs, God is the being. I don't know about that. Heraldic. So it was Charlie. Um, yeah, so we so often see Charlie being C, and there was a C in the answer that threw me off, but it's just Charlie plus the final letter of D, and you have to wave those letters or anagram them. All right. Goodness me, yeah, someone's DG with no O. Chipolata. Mega. It's the final letters of, so nothing to do with Mystic Meg, Kingdom the Bewitching Peninsula. So simple. All right. Good to see Paul's name, a slight absence. Oh, I hadn't noticed. We haven't seen him a while. Like my marathon running. Not so painful until I hit a wall near the end. Groin was just a gunga din from the wordplay. What's a gunga din? Uh, I don't know what that is. Anyway, that was enjoyable and quite a few smiles in that one. Anyway, thanks as always for watching and have a great day.